Man, what's poppin', family? Welcome back to another episode of Jared Tries Trading. Hope you guys have been keeping it green for me. At the end of the video, leave a comment below and let me know how you guys been doing these past couple weeks. But in this video, I'm gonna give you guys just a quick little update on where I've been, and nothing real technical or anything crazy. More like just an update. So the first week I was gone, it's been about 2 weeks. It seems like fucking forever, but I took the week off of recording because when I went to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, and Thursdays, I felt a little bit more stress-free when it came to picking my trades. And I feel like even if you're a noob or you're a professional like Harry, I do think it gets into your psychology when you have to log on every day and report, what kind of dumbass decisions you made when it comes to your trading. You know what I mean? And then you got to justify it, and then you got to explain what you did wrong or think about what you did, and it kind of instills fear in me, and I wasn't confident. You know what I mean? And I think I also made a realization in that week that the first week I didn't post, was that I know why we try to hold on to these checklists, these criteria so tightly. It's because we're not confident in ourselves. We put these stocks through the ringer because we don't really believe in our picks, and if something goes wrong, it's we got to switch up the criteria, right? But I think what I did find in that 1 week or these 2 weeks of not, posting my videos, is I found confidence. I gave myself the freedom to just take trades. If I thought it was a good setup and it meet my criteria, take it however I wanted to take it. Don't worry about what people will say in the comments or what people will think about how dumb this decision would be, or whatever their opinion on it, if it's good or bad. I just gave myself the freedom to do whatever it was. Even if I wanted to gamble a little bit, I would just get it out my system and see how it plays out. And what that did for me was it gave me so much more opportunities to see how plays play out. You know what I mean? What happens if you play an all-time high break? What does it look like? What does a rejection look like? What happens if I get into a trade without waiting for confirmation? These type of things that I didn't want to try because I was fearful of how I would look, or things that I've been trying. And it just has opened up a new confidence in me, because we've seen it before. You've probably seen it in your own trading. We have this criteria. We have a good stock. Our thesis is, just pretend it's going to be bullish. It's going to go up. But we don't even take the trade, or we take the trade at the top. Like, we just overanalyze it. Like, we take the trade late because we're just looking for the perfect entry, or we're looking for the perfect scenario. Like, instead of just killing myself thinking about all that, I said, you know what, for this fucking week, I'm not recording, and I'm just going to act ass. And, it's a small sample size, but, this is the beginning of May. This is me scrutinizing everything. Is this right? Is that right? These are the first 2 weeks, right? I broke even, and that's cool. As being a beginner, I really truly think I'm intermediate, but the stats will have to tell me that. But, when I stopped recording and I just went for it, my win rate went down. But there's a different way to fix that. But my profit factor went up. I was actually green. You know what I mean? I didn't feel bad about taking this loss because I didn't have to report back to you guys like, damn, I just took this 17% loss, and I just was on to the next one. I feel like my winners got bigger. And I just built a little confidence in myself that the picks that I were making, regardless if the entry was perfect or not, they're still good picks. And, look, I took 3 times the amount of trades and I made more money, And so now I'm focusing on dialing that back with this confidence that I found, and, just sticking to the process and just trying not to worry too much. You know what I mean? What's the criteria for? What is our edge for? It's to give us a higher probability of coming out on top. of what we think is going to happen will happen. And a lot of times, for me personally, you guys seen it, we fuck ourselves up. Like, how many times are we in a stock that ends up higher at the end of the day, and we just get chopped out because we outsmart ourselves on one 5-minute candle? Like, I'm really focusing on the price action, learning the story that it's telling me, and really, really important, guys, is when am I really wrong? You know what I mean? I don't have a specific example for today, but let me just try real quick. AR, or let's do MPC. I traded this today horribly. But, starting from 9:30, it's moving up with the market. And then right here, SPY's pulling back. The stock's holding its own right here. You know what I mean? I believe I got in somewhere right here or here. But I read something in chat and then I got out right here. But right here, this is a key sign that the stock is doing exactly what I thought it would do. Hold its own. And right when I got out, it goes up for another leg. And these are the mistakes that if we eliminate, man, I think we'll be cool, man. You only need 1, 2, 3 good trades to make fucking $100, $200. And so that's just an example. When would I really be wrong here? It's when we break, this. It's when we make a new low. It's when we're actually red on the day. You know what I mean? It's not one fucking red candle, one doji that makes us wrong in our thesis. So you'll be surprised how much room you actually have to give yourself before you're wrong. And that's something that I've really been focusing on. And obviously I'm not getting it right every time still, but it's a major focus right now and I think it's helping. Let's see, I'm at 7 minutes already. I wrote down just a couple things. Yeah, so I gained some confidence not posting. And just, I don't know how you guys have been doing, but like, we do this research, we do the homework, we set the alerts go off. Now what? We have good stocks. Now we just got to find the intraday entry, or you could be like Harry and just enter whenever. I always feel like it's easier to stay in a stock when it goes your way right away, because you're up $20 already and you could withstand the pullback and still be break even. So it's easier to hold it. But even then, just keep thinking about when are you really wrong. You know what I mean? An example, I outsmarted myself sometime earlier this week. Like, I remember it was one 5-minute candle on a stock. The candle didn't close, but it was forming a bearish hammer. You know what I mean? Just in the middle of a range. And I was like, you're not getting me. Bearish hammer, get out. The next candle is squeezed and next leg up. Like, just these 5-minute candles are just a little bit noise. You know what I mean? Read the overall picture. And I think that's what Harry's getting at. You know what I mean? So really, it's just about trusting your trades, trusting your picks. Once you have the criteria down in the edge, let the chips fall where they may. We're supposed to have a better probability of it happening. 60, 70, 80% of the time, when I have these things checked, it's going to go up. And sometimes you're still going to be wrong, but let it prove to you that it's going to be wrong. You know what I mean? And then the last thing is, trading in the zone. A lot of fluff in that book, but the main things that I took was those 7 principles of consistency. And I've been saying these to myself every day. And number 1, I'm not going through all of them, but the ones that mean the most to me right now is 1, I objectively identify my edges. It's stronger than SPY. The sector's strong and it's stronger than its sector. It's like objectively identifying that. If all those 3 are good, I don't need to be fearful and fucking scare myself. Is this really right? It is. It is. It just is. Don't be scared, right? And then number 4 that goes along with that is I act on my edges without reservation or hesitation. sometimes I be missing the move. I get in late because I think I have the right pick. I think I have a good stock. I just don't fucking get in because I don't trust myself. But now, there's a difference between waiting for confirmation, but now I'm just fucking getting in, bro. Like, I have these criteria for a reason. Let me just get in. Don't be fucking scared. No reservation or hesitation. I'm taking these if it meets my criteria. You know what I mean? And I'm letting it work. You got to give it room. Let it tell you it's wrong. You know what I mean? And then there's a nuance in that too. So you know how hard this shit is. But those two things right there are something I'm focusing on. Or two things I'm focusing on. It's just we know our edge. Let it play out. Let the probability handle itself. We can't control the candles. Anything could happen. We could get in. It fucking tanks. But it's just the market. You know what I mean? Is it going to tank all the way to zero? Is it going to, I've just been trying to read the story and focusing on it. And just to give you guys an update, on the full month of May, we finished green, and that was just in the last 2-3 weeks. I'm not rich or nothing, but hey, green month. Win rate, obviously it's not 75% like we want it to be, but I was experimenting in the last 2-3 weeks, so I'm fine with that. And to give you guys an update on the first week of June, I'm green so far. Am I rich? No. My win rate needs work, but look how I only took 7 trades, but I'm green. And then if we add in this week, today I got kind of chopped up, but I still finished green. I'm still green. I'm putting together green days, and I'm just building confidence. Today should have been bigger. I had great picks. They did exactly what I thought my thesis was, but I didn't execute, on the intraday. I got chopped up. I revenge traded a little bit. So a couple issues today. But overall, I'm just trying to, ride this momentum. Last week, I got hit with a crazy stomach bug. I was bedridden. I lost 7 pounds. I could not move. I could not eat. And I barely, on Thursday, Friday, I tried to trade on my phone. That's how much I missed it. But, I made a good trade on Thursday, but Friday I lost. So just don't trade on your phone. But that's where I was last week. I'm finally out of bed, and I'm just trying to take it slow. But thank you guys so much for, for those of you who asked, how I'm doing or where I'm at. I really appreciate it. I got family that don't even, wish me better. You know what I mean? So shout out to you guys. I hope this update was helpful for you guys. My next video will be a little more structured, but this one's more kind of like a vlog structure or whatever, kind of freestyled it. But leave some comments below, like, share. Let me know how you guys been doing, any improvements, keeping it green, what's been troubling you besides this stupid ass market not knowing what it wants to do. So yeah, thank you guys for listening and for coming back and watching me if you happen to give a fuck. So until next time, guys, see ya.